Sometimes, even before you give your life to God, even before your recognition of God in your life, or even before you pursue your journey with God, or you pursue God, or you pursue your journey with God, yes, even before you encounter God in such a life transforming way, right? One thing I've realized and one thing I've noticed is that most of the times God knows you so much before you even get to know who you are in Him. And my point in at this is that He will use you even at the time you haven't necessarily entirely submitted to Him. He will use you in big plans you have no idea about. He will use you in ways that you yourself cannot comprehend, even way before you know you are called, even way before you know that He has chosen you, even way before you know who you are. Just like in the Bible, when He visited Gideon hiding under the tree, He called Gideon a mighty man of valor. Gideon was nothing like what He called him. Literally, he didn't look like what the angel of the Lord called him. However, that's what we got to see about Gideon's life later on, that he was indeed a mighty man of valor. It's the same way in your life, that God knows where you're going. God knows who you are. God knows what's His intention about you in this world regarding your life. And He knows exactly what He's put in you. He knows the type of heart you have. Even if you claim to love Him, He knows the hearts of people. He knows the hearts of the people that are claiming Him with words but are truly against Him at heart. And He knows the people of the hearts that are for Him, even when they are not living, or even when they are far away from Him. He knows the hearts of people. He knows this about everybody. That's why you'll find out, that's why you will realize that even before you started your walk with God, He was using you in people's lives. You may not be aware, and sometimes I know the worldly way, sometimes it was not always a good, thing, but in most cases, for as long as your heart was upright and for as long as you knew who you were and you were portraying the true traits of what truly resides in you back then, best believe He was using you at that time too. Before you pursued your relationship with Him, before you knew more about Him, He used you in unimaginable ways. You changed someone, you changed someone's life without even knowing. You changed someone's narrative, changed someone's story without you even knowing. Okay? And this happens so much to people who later on realize who they are in Christ. That's why we need to pray for those that are still seeking for God, because there are people who are called just like you and myself, but don't necessarily know because they haven't necessarily encountered God the way we have. Okay, that's why we need to pray for the people that are still in the world. That's why they're called God's people, because they're still God's children, but don't know that. Okay, so yeah, I just pray that this blesses you, and see you